What up, Esteban, and I'm here with the Good Music family. What's up, y'all?
Yeah.
What's up, Blair?
What's
up, dog?
We are here to talk about the most anticipated album of the year, Cruel Summer. But I want to go back to the beginning. So how did this project get started?
At the beginning, when I first got there, it was just, we were just starting and getting producers together and different production that we wanted to get together. I think once we got that together, it was like, that's when the artists all flew in. We all flew in and just went in, man. It was really kind of fun, though, because, I'd never just been in the room with all of them at one time to be able to see how they think and see how they record and different things like that. So, it helped me a lot just to take little, things from different people.
Right.
And incorporate it in mine. So it was cool, man. It was a fun experience.
I think it sort of probably started with the whole Good Friday thing, with
Okay.
the My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Like just the whole idea of putting out verses and laying down verses and just, whatever fits the track is just what makes it.
Word.
Like I got to watch them record Mercy, and I was just in the back
Me
there
too.
like, oh.
Word.
So it was good. It's good to see that, and then to see the success of the song, and see the videos, and just to know how it began. So it was a good experience, and it was a lot of humor. So we had a lot of fun at the same time.
Humor.
And two is like knowing that it was like based around a film too. Like Cruel Summer is a movie that Kanye cooked up, and then like approached it as a soundtrack. And like what Push was saying, is just about like MCs coming with their verses, artists coming with whatever they bring, whatever fit right. It's like a good environment for creativity. Like, I hadn't been around that environment like that, just being a solo artist. So it's good to be able to like be in the mix and be around Sean or Push and just see what they doing, see what Cyhi doing, and see what Teyana doing, and just be around it. I was just observing at certain times, just like, dang, because it get me juiced up just being around like artists that's just excited.
How was, you all recording in the same place at the same time, competitively, was it?
I think it's always competition, I mean, no matter it's family, but when you're on the track with somebody, you want to come out, you want that, you want it to be, you want to be the freshest.
I think Ye had the most glory. Like, I think he liked that the most, to hear like all the verses and then just see which ones he liked the best.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's snapped.
I had to rewrite a couple times.
Me too.
We push ourselves to that limit, you know what I'm saying?
He
we
pushes himself to the limit. This guy.
Nah, but that's what it's about. It's like, you always got to make it better than the last time. If they're going to set the line up there in history, then you got to set it one notch above, you know what I'm saying? That's just anything. It's just evolution. But I feel like that's how we approach, at least that's how I approached every track. I was just always like, Kanye has nitpicked so many of my verses in the past, and all of our verses and songs and stuff. So it's like, man, my goal is to try and write a verse that he's not gonna say nothing about. So, some verses that didn't make the cut, and a lot of them he did like though, so it was cool.
Kanye was the first producer I worked with that would sit there and be like, man, change that verse, or nah, leave that take the way it is, and I'd be like, no, I'm changing it. But I started listening, kind of like, I got my ego out of the way and just was like, man, I was learning from it. And I think, like what Sean was saying, it makes you better. It makes everything better when you got somebody like, nah, this could be better. Cause it's hard for the eye to see itself, for you to be like, you thinking everything you're doing is pretty dope.
Right.
And I rewrite a lot of my own verses on my own now.
Yeah.
I just be knowing like what type of level of excellence it has to be, Sometimes it gets there off just pure inspiration, off that moment. And then sometimes it's just like, you gotta take your time with it. It's songs that I wrote in an hour, and it's songs that took me 3 months to get finished because I come back to it and be like, oh, hell no, it's not right there, So it's just, it all depends.
When you guys talk about recording together, the Hawaii studio sessions are like hip-hop legend. Like, please describe the scene when all of you guys are in one space.
You just came from Hawaii, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
You know what? Hawaii was my first experience with the whole Good Music family, period. And that was with, like I said, with My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. But first of all, I mean, it's intimidating. Like, you walk in Hawaii, and all you see is, like, signs that say no Instagramming, no tweeting, no talking. You can't hear nothing. We can't talk about anything but the album at hand. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then you have questions of, like, on the wall, what would Mobb Deep do?
Wow.
What would you know, would this belong on whatever classic album that everybody? Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's that the bar is set like without anybody speaking a word. That's
so
the first
tight.
thing you see. Like just period.
It's like boot
That's how.
camp.
Yeah.
It's like
totally
it's
like
like
boot camp.
it's like 6 different cells, and you got
Cells.
you got 3 producers over here. You got 3 producers over here. 3 and it's the same thing with the producers though. That's the dope part.
Wow.
Like no one gets no favoritism
Right.
at all. Everybody gets the same. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Jurisdiction. It's just. You know, he wants the perfect project. And then when I listen to him and, you know, he doing certain things by taking like a tink, might be in the track, tink, tink. I'm like, yo, no one hears that, bro. He's like, no, that sound, I can't stand it. Like, can't add this. But when you hear the finish, the finish part, you be like, okay, I knew why you take the tink out.
Right.
Like what Push was saying about like the signs up and all that, that create like a certain like vibration and team camaraderie where everybody got to be focused, and you know the mentality is like, man, we here to make some great music, and we ain't getting caught up in the outside world. It's just like, yo, we gonna do what we focus and what we were meant to do,
And that's the part I do like.
Now, what's going to happen with all this music that didn't make the album? Is it getting scrapped, or is it going to get like?
I've been taking verses back myself. I've been taking verses back.
I've been taking verses back.
Right?
I've been trying to take the whole song.
Right.
Let me get everybody verse.
I mean, but you never
give to
know.
me.
You never know.
you never
Right.
know.
You never know.
We might crank up Good Fridays again, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Never know,
Oh
so.
man.